Hello everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Cooking with Chef K.L.P. We're live in my home, and today I'm cooking lemon pepper chicken tenderloins. I'm also adding some vegetables of tomatoes, green beans, and mushrooms. Let me show you how I cook it. We're gonna get started. Of course, I have chicken tenderloins added on with some lemon pepper seasoning, mushrooms, tomatoes, and green beans. Alright folks, so we're going to go ahead and get started with this scrumptious meal. Of course, I'm going to start off live in my kitchen. I'm opening up the chicken tenderloins. And as I open them up, I do have a bowl on the counter. There's a reason why we have a bowl instead of a plate on the counter, because you're going to put down each tenderloin in a bowl and then you're going to season it, which I'll show you guys in just a few seconds. Of course, I got my chicken tenderloins from Kroger. Of course, you can go to any store like Publix or Walmart to get the chicken tenderloins. I just prefer Kroger because you can get some good deals on chicken meat, also using your Kroger discount card. Of course, next is the lemon pepper seasoning, also from Kroger. That Kroger Great Value, it only cost me $1. I don't go to Publix or Walmart to find seasoning because seasoning is more expensive in other stores, the high-end brand stores. Of course, what I'm doing now is coating and baking up and coating up the season on the chicken. And I add a little bit more lemon pepper seasoning if needed. You don't want to add too much seasoning on your chicken because you don't want to just taste solely the seasoning. You want to have it a good mixture on with your meat. Now, lemon pepper seasoning is good for chicken, pork chops, and even steak. Adding a little bit more lemon pepper for sure. Again, for that good, authentic lemon pepper chicken taste. So the next thing I always like to do when I'm coating up seasoning on chicken, I take a fork or a spoon or a knife. I just preferred a spoon for this example. And I'm spreading the season all over the chicken to give it that sweet lemon pepper savory taste to the chicken. You want to make sure you spread your season all over the chicken, because if you only have seasoning on one part of the chicken, it's not going to taste as good because you're not tasting that full, fulfilling seasoning on the chicken. And voila, the lemon pepper seasoning is spread all over my chicken. Looks really good. Okay, so I have my oven on kind of a medium setting. You do want to make sure you have it on a medium setting. Do not have your pan on high on the eye, because your chicken's going to cook way too fast on the outside and it may not be done on the inside. Next, I take a hint of vegetable oil and spread it all over the pan, like so. You don't want to add too much oil to it. You don't want your chicken to be so oily. While I got my pan for my chicken getting warmed up on my oven, of course, I have my fresh cut green beans. I got this from Kroger, of course. This whole entire video, my foods are coming from Kroger. So if you guys ask me where I get my food from, of course it's from Kroger. Of course, I have a can opener, and then I'm opening up my fresh cut green beans. Now the purpose of this, we're making a vegetable medley. So we're adding on tomatoes, green beans, and mushrooms to this medley. I like to do fresh cut green beans because it's just easier to cook. Now there's different variety of green beans that you can cook, but it just depends on the type of green beans that you will. Referring back to my pan where I will put my chicken, I have my oil spread all over, like so. You just spread your chicken on your pan and watch it cook. Yes, folks, this is going to be really good once it's done. So for this instance, we're doing 4 lemon pepper chicken tenderloins, and you just watch it cook. Again, make sure it's on a medium setting, a little bit of oil, and watch it does its magic. Look how that smoke just kind of rises up, that steam's rising up from the pan. That shows you that the chicken's going to be super tender at the end of it. Now, as the lemon pepper chicken is cooking, you want to make sure that you flip your chicken. Always make sure you flip your chicken so that way both sides of the tenderloin is getting tendered and getting cooked thoroughly. If you don't flip it, one side will be cooked and the other side will not be cooked, and it's all downhill from there. Now I've got another eye on my stove that's available, and with a little bit of oil to where we're going to cook our fresh green beans. Like so. So as my green beans is getting cooked, of course you want to make sure you stir it all around. Just to give it a little taste to it, to the green beans. Make sure every side, every inch, every corner of that green bean is getting cooked. Again, as you guys notice, I don't have too much grease on there. I have just a little bit to very little grease. You do not want to add too much grease to anything that you're cooking because it's going to be too greasy and it's not going to taste the same. While my green beans is getting cooked, of course, steamed mushrooms. That's going to be the next thing we're going to add on to our green beans. Got it straight from Kroger. And actually this one is just kind of a pull and turn, as it has like a little key thingy where you open it up. Forgot what it's called. But it's going to be easier when we open up that fresh mushroom. No can opener needed. As my green beans are getting cooked, of course we're going to now add our mushrooms onto the equation. Fresh cut mushrooms straight from Kroger, straight from a farm, and it's going to be really good once we mix it in with our green beans to give it that flavor. So then, yes, you just add the mushrooms onto the pan like so, just like that. Alrighty, so the chicken is just about done. Another trick I like to do as part of a chef is have a knife. It could be a butter knife or a sharp cut knife, and cut through the middle of your meats. The reason why that is because you want to make sure your meat is cooked thoroughly inside. It's kind of like a testing tool, if you will, so that way you know and you can time out and you can time when your chicken is ready. Plus, I also like to flip it on the cut side so that way. Alrighty, so my lemon pepper chicken tenderloins is done. I have it on a napkin so that way it can grease out on a plate, and I'm just going to let that simmer on down while we finish our vegetable medley. The last and final thing we're going to add is diced tomatoes to our vegetable medley of mushrooms and green beans. Straight from Kroger as well. I have a can opener, and I'm just going to open it up like so. Now this is the diced tomatoes that I always like to buy, not just for a vegetable medley, but also when I'm making chicken or beef quesadillas. It's really, really good. That's why I really recommend doing and having diced tomatoes, so that way it's already diced. Alrighty. So now I'm going to add my tomatoes onto our vegetable medley of mushrooms and green beans. Just making sure that it's nice and stirred up. That smells really good, y'all. That's going to be really good once it's done. So just like so, you're just going to add on tomatoes onto your medley like so. And it's just going to be really, really good once it's done, as I smell it right now. Yes, guys, it's really smelling really good. Now, of course, I have mushrooms, tomatoes, and green beans that's mixed up to the equation with just a hint of vegetable oil. And this is going to be really, really good. As that steam simmers up, it just simmers the whole house. It's just really, really amazing. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, the lemon pepper chicken tenderloin that's surrounding our vegetable medley of fresh tomatoes, mushrooms, and green beans. Let us know what you think about this dish. Is this something that you think you can make in your home? If you like our channel, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel at K.L.P. Entertainment. And make sure you follow all of our social medias. Until next time, Cooking with K.L.P., I'm Chef K.L.P., logging out.